you want to guess someone's age, just look at their hands. Well, brand new technology is zapping that age-old theory, SmartXide DOT. Now, remember that name. It works to restore skin, texture, and color. And Dr. Bill Johnson of Innovations Med Spa is here to tell us all about it. Hi, Bill. How are you?
Good morning.
You always have the latest and greatest technologies, and as usual, I get to test them out before anybody else does, too. Tell us about SmartXide DOT and why it's so exciting.
Well, SmartXide DOT is based on the CO2 or carbon dioxide laser, which for over a decade has been the real gold standard in skin resurfacing. There's nothing that can do some of the things CO2 laser can do, not even surgery. It can get rid of fine lines and wrinkles. It does a great job on pigment changes like sunspots and melasmas, the mask of pregnancy that some women get on their face.
And we're seeing, this is obviously right above the lip.
This is a before and after of the skin creases that it's so good at taking care of.
That's a drastic before and after. Is that just one treatment usually?
That's with one treatment. And this is a pigment spot, and you can see again, very good clearing with just one treatment. So the CO2 laser has been the standard on small creases like this, on pigment changes for a long time.
And the CO2 laser, the old CO2 laser, we're going to show some pictures here, a little bit graphic of what the problems were with this older laser.
The older laser did a full surface controlled second-degree burn. And so what happened is you had a very long recovery time. The first 2 or 3 weeks, the patients would ooze and crust quite a bit.
Ooh,
lots of wound care.
Yeah.
So they would look like this for about 2 or 3 weeks. And then at about a month, they would get to where they could go back outside again and could continue to be red for 6 to 9 months. So although the results were really remarkable, it was a high cost to pay for that in the form of downtime.
Huge downside is that it's painful and you can't have your everyday life, and there's so much downtime. Well, what makes SmartXide DOT so different? Is it because the recovery time is so much minimal?
Well, what SmartXide DOT has done is instead of treating the whole surface, which means the skin has to heal from below, it just treats hundreds of tiny dots. Each dot itself is less than the size of human hair. So that instead of healing from below, now the skin can fill in from the side. And we cut that recovery time down from a month or so of being indoors to a couple of days.
A couple of days, that's amazing.
And the redness, which can last 6 to 9 months with the regular CO2 laser, lasts 7 to 10 days, and you can cover it up with makeup after a day or two.
Which is what I did. Okay, I used it on my hands, which is a popular treatment for a lot of people who want to cover those signs of aging on their hands, and also a premature way to slow down the aging process. So I was in your office right there, and we got it done on the hands. I have to say, it was really a lot easier than I thought.
Yeah, you were a little apprehensive.
I was a little apprehensive
when we started.
I was, but then we did the treatment, and yeah, I'm not flinching. I'm not pulling my hand away there, Bill. It really didn't hurt, and although you used to expect some redness, and some discomfort a little bit afterwards, I really didn't experience any of that. That night, I was completely fine. I put some lotion on it, some topical ointment, and it was completely fine.
And we send our folks home with some topical treatments so that they do get good moisturization. It's really important to keep this newly forming skin very moist as it comes back in.
Okay.
And that's one of the other big advantages about SmartXide DOT over the old CO2 laser is it can be used anywhere.
Yep.
It can be used off the face, not just on the face, but we can use it for surgical scars. We can use it for age spots on hands or arms. And
it's so minimal, invasive certainly, and no downtime hardly. Okay, special for GMT viewers?
We have a special until May 15th. We're taking $500 off of the price of the laser.
Very nice.
And then anyone that calls saying they heard on GMT gets an extra $100 off.
Oh, we like an extra $100 off, and you can go in and see my before and after pictures of my hand because it's really nice. Okay, Bill, thank you so much for being here. Innovations Med Spa has locations in Dallas, Grapevine, and Fort Worth. The phone number to call is 972-331-8844, or log on to innovationsmedspa.com. And if you have a question for Dr. Bill Johnson, just drop him an email at questions@innovationsmedspa.com, and we will be right back.